multiplication of fractions and mixed numbers. So our first example here, if you notice, we have a mixed number. So if you don't understand what a mixed number is, please review the section on the proper, improper, and mixed number section. I'll do a light review here as we go. If it's an improper fraction, the larger number will be on top of the smaller number. So it's improper. If it's a small number on top and a larger number on bottom, then that's proper. However, if you have a number with a whole number on the outside times a fraction, it will be a proper fraction. It'll be the small number over a large number. This is called a mixed number. However, only a mixed number and an improper fraction will be able to convert between each other, okay? So let's do this. First things first, I want to get this into improper form and then reduce if possible and multiply straight across. So when I do this, the one thing that does not change in this process until we start multiplying or reducing is the denominator. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it over here and write it down. Next, we're going to figure out what is our new numerator. To do that, you're going to take the denominator, which is 2 here. So the denominator, multiply it by that whole number, which is 1. So I got 2 times 1. And then I'm going to add it to the O numerator here. Add it. I'm going to call it O-N, O numerator, which is 1 here. So I got 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So that's my new numerator. Let's figure out what is the next new numerator. I'm going to take the denominator, which is 5, times it by 2. So I got 5 times 2. I'm going to add it to this O numerator, which is 1. So I got 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. All right. So this is rewritten. So what I'm going to do is ask myself, is there a number on top that will reduce with a number on bottom? Well, 3's prime, 2's prime, 5's prime, 11's, they're all prime. So no, they do not reduce with each other. So I'm going to say multiply straight across, say 3 times 11, which is 33. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so I have an improper fraction because 33 is larger than 10. So let's rewrite it as a mixed number. So the denominator doesn't change. And I need to figure out what's the new whole number and the new numerator. So what I do is I'm going to say, okay, and now I'll show you another method too. But first I'm going to say 10 times what will get me close to the old numerator, which is 33. Well, I know 10 times 3 is 30. So 30 is my whole number. So what I'm going to do is subtract it from the old numerator to get my remainder. And that's my mixed number now. However, I'm going to show you another method. You should pick the one you want. So I'm going to do long division. What goes on the inside of this doghouse here, this division, is the denominator. Excuse me, the numerator. The numerator always goes on inside the top number. The bottom number always goes on the outside. All right. So a denominator is 10. And my numerator is 33. 10 goes into 33 3 times. Come again. There we go. 3 times 10 is 30. Subtract. Remainder of 3. There you go. This here gave me my whole number. This here remainder gave me my new numerator. So this is an improper fraction. This is the mixed number. Just make sure and check how it's asking you to answer it. Let's do our next example. The next one's kind of like in a statement form. The word of means multiply. I also noticed that I got a mixed number here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 3/5. I'm just going to rewrite it and clean it up. Times, this denominator doesn't change yet. And then I'm going to say 4 times that whole number, which is 5. So I got denominator times whole number, and then I'm going to add it to the numerator. So 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3, that's 23. Now I'm going to ask myself, is there a number on top that reduces with a number on bottom? 3 and 5 doesn't reduce. 3 doesn't go into 4. 23 is prime. So we're just going to multiply straight across. 23 times 3 is 69. 5 times 4 is 20. And that's as small as it'll go. And that's an improper fraction. You know how to convert it if you need to. So let's do our next one. Our next one is a little neater, right? I noticed that I have fractions times fractions, and they're written in a proper, well, this one's proper, that one's proper, this is improper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce first. Some people like to multiply all the way across, then divide, but if you're not careful at the end when you do that, you got such a big number, you don't reduce all the way. So I like to reduce while they're small, and make sure that I reduce them all. That way my final answer is my final answer. I don't have to do more work. So 9 is 3 times 3 over 10. 10 is 2 times 5 times 25 is 5 times 5. 32 is 4 times 8. 44 is 4 times 11. 33 is 3 times 11. So now let's go through here. Let's look and see what reduces. Well, I have a 3 here and a 3 here. Get my pen right. 3 goes into itself one time. I don't know what's wrong with my pen, guys. My apologies. There we go. So they go into itself one time. So I'm going to put a 1 in its place. Next. Let's go for purple. Next is, see, I have a 5. All right. What else do I have? Oh, I have a 4. They go into itself once. Oh, and I have 11. And that appears to be it all. So now I got 3 times 1 times, oh, I got a 5. So what we need to do is highlight. I got a 3 times 1 times 1 times 5 times 1 times 1. On bottom, I have 2 times 1 times 1 times 8 times 1 times 1. Awesome. So now I have 3 times 5 over 2 times 8, which is 15/16. And that's my final answer. It's a proper fraction. Thank you.